So recently I've been getting to Speedcubing, and which is where you're supposed to solve your Rubik's Cube as fast as possible. So I decided to get better at it by learning more algorithms and, well, generally practicing more. So my goal is to get really good at it and at least be sub 40 or sub 30 seconds.
8 seconds.
Now, that was the previous world record for 4.73 seconds and is now second on the world record. However, compare that and a 40-second solve. I'm pretty bad, ain't I? So I'm planning to get better. Now, this is what a normal Rubik's Cube solve would be like. As you can see, I'm using a program that automatically lists a bunch of scrambles on the top so that I can repeat them. These are called cube notations, so that how you turn it. So, for example, this is U, this is R, this is L. I know it looks mirrored, but on my side it looks great. It looks normal. So, this is the bottom layer, or B, right there. This is U2, so the top layer, it's called up. That's why it's called U. This is the right, although it's probably this to U. And this is forwards, like this forwards, because it's on the front. And yes, that is the cube notation. So how a solve normally goes is you get a randomly generated scramble, and then you do it. Like, you just perform it. So L prime, U prime. Also, I forgot to mention that these little marks right here mean prime, which means normally it means just like, oh my gosh, turning the other way. So instead of turning this way, like this way, you might turn the other way, and such. So here is example Rubik's Cube solve. Now, officially, you're supposed to figure out your first steps and how to turn the cube so that you can predict ahead of time.
8 seconds.
And that's a 8-second warning.
12 seconds.
And then my first step is doing F2O. So F2O means first two layers, or when usually the Rubik's Cube is scrambled, you have to solve it by first making a cross, but you need to make sure that these are actually all aligned. Yeah, like the edges. And then there are basically like these slots to put in corner pieces and edge pieces. Yeah, these are corner pieces and edge pieces. This is a center piece. Good to know. If I wanted to put this corner piece into this green and orange place, I would use a specific move of algorithms, yeah. And now it's in there. And then I would solve a whole layer of corners. And then I would begin to work on the edges. So after that, you can see that all the first two layers are solved, and the bottom. However, this side is unsolved, so that is what is meant by first two layers. The next step is to make the whole top and this solve, which is the yellow side, completely yellow and flat. So that's what I'm doing right there. The next step is PLO. We're supposed to permute the last layer, like there, as you can see, and solve all the edges that are unsolved. And done! As you can see, that wasn't a very bad solve. It was actually pretty bad, yeah. And also, as you can see, my mean is 40 seconds. Yes. Yeah, that is the time to beat. So, from now on, I'm going to use better algorithms and such to solve F2O, OLO, and PLO, and get better at the cross and faster to get sub 40 seconds. Okay, let's do it. So the first algorithm I'm going to learn today is intuitive F2O. So usually you would insert a corner and then edge. However, F-Tool makes it such that you insert a corner and an edge at the same time. So, for example, if I had these two pairs right here, then I can take them out of this slot, and I can put them in this green red slot. But normally you wouldn't get that lucky. So what you would do was learn intuitive F2L. Usually F2L would be 42 different algorithms. Yeah, that's a lot of algorithms. So instead, I'm going to do this intuitively because honestly, I cannot do that in 2 weeks, and yeah. So now I'm just gonna get better at it and practice, because that's really good for you for the next hour. Yay. This was honestly the hardest part of the challenge because practicing is just where you spend the most time, and it's also the place where you don't have a guide to help you. And yeah, it's harder than memorizing algorithms. Memorizing algorithms might take maybe a few minutes per one algorithm. However, this takes much more time since practicing is more valuable. Now, I'm going to get better at the cross like this because honestly, I never thought about improving on it because my way worked, and yeah, but I think we can save at least 3 seconds or so, and that might be just enough to do it. Well, I can say that I learned a few things from this experience. 1, don't use old camera. It looks really bad. 2, making the cross fast is way harder than I thought it would be. And 3, while I was at it, I just did F2L too, so more practice, I guess. However, even after all this, I still wasn't really good at the cross, and therefore, I needed to do more. It's another day of practice. So, my solves weren't going as well as I hoped they would, though. So, I decided to bring in a secret weapon. You see, just 2 days ago, I ordered a special formula for my Rubik's Cubes, aka some Speedcubing lube, recommend for your Rubik's Cube. It's called DNM37, and it's really fast. After hours of practice, I was finally done, and this is what I got. 1 new personal best, 30 seconds. Not that bad. Sorry, did I say 1? I meant 2 personal bests. And my averages improved too. Now I get 45 seconds in averages, and although it might not seem like what I was hoping for, which was sub 40 or sub 30, in fact, I'm pretty sure I've gotten slower. But I'm using things like intuitive F-Tool and intuitive OLO and PLO, which means that, well, the more you try it, the more better you can. But this video has to go out sometime, and I don't have the time to practice more, but I'm pretty sure that was definitely worth it. Thank you for watching.